This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Director of Education in the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, Dr. Marcellus Taylor, is set to demit office on October 10th. The Ministry of Education making that announcement in a statement on Tuesday. Dr. Taylor, who has spent 30 years in education, having first served as a teacher and moving up the ranks to the position of director, will join the University of the Bahamas Public Policy Institute. There he will contribute to the formation of public policy for national development. Dr. Taylor is no stranger to initiating new policies. He contributed to education with groundbreaking successes, including overseeing and pioneering the introduction of the learning management system and other digital tools and resources which allow the continued delivery of education throughout the country in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian and in the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Mrs. Dominique McCartney Russell, a 27-year veteran of education, will assume the post of acting director also on October 10th. Mrs. McCartney Russell holds a master's degree in organizational learning and leadership, and as a district superintendent in Abaco, educational officials say she has demonstrated strong leadership capacity throughout her career. The Ministry of Education thanks Dr. Taylor for his significant contributions to education. Assessments to address learning loss due to students being out of the classroom for almost 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic will begin this month. Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training Glennis Hannah Martin noting as much earlier this week. In July of this year, Minister Hannah Martin said the government will be testing students for learning loss in the early days of October, just after the start of the 2022-2023 academic year.
I'm advised now that it will be during this month, but we've already lost early October. The RFP, there's a recommendation has been made by the committee for the entity that will lead the charge for us, and that has to go to Cabinet for ratification. Once that is done, we're preparing to have that before Cabinet shortly. If there's ratification, when there's ratification, if and when, we will roll out.
As to how the assessment will be done, Minister Hannah Martin says students will be assessed individually. However, no definitive time frame as to how long the exercise will take has been determined.
We're hoping we can do it individually. That is what the objective is. That is what my understanding is, that it will be done individually. But I will wait to be guided by those who will undertake the exercise. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long it will take. I'm not sure, but we would as soon as possible. I would just say that, as soon as possible.
Minister Hannah Martin said this assessment exercise will allow education officials to know the true impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on learning in the Bahamas and the necessary responses that officials will have to implement by way of acceleration programs for each student where applicable. It has always been said that the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. However, imagine a small community of approximately 800 residents where immediate and quick medical care is a matter of life and death. Such was the thought of the Kiwanis Club of the Berry Islands when a young man lost his life to a heart attack on that island, and it was discovered that the heart machine in use was outdated and not in good working order, and therefore needed to be replaced. Working on an initiative with a live telecommunications company, a project was born to present a brand new state-of-the-art EKG machine to the Bullocks Harbor Local Government Clinic in the Berry Islands. In the brief presentation ceremony, Nurse Colleen Bellot, supervisor at the Bullocks Harbor Clinic, thanked the Kiwanis Club of the Berry Islands and Alive for the gift of the EKG machines. She said it is a meaningful and timely gift which can benefit the entire Berry Islands community. And finally, on Wednesday, we told you about the Ministry for Grand Bahama joining efforts with Elnet Maritime Agency to encourage more Bahamians to become involved in the maritime industry and develop additional career opportunities for themselves, particularly in Grand Bahama, where over 100 12th grade students will be taking advantage of that program. Well, also from the maritime industry, for 2 weeks, the LJM Maritime Academy hosted its free maritime summer camp, sponsored by the Disney Cruise Line. The summer camp guided 50 participants, 10 to 13 years old, through the marine conservation, maritime knowledge, fire prevention and safety, and other survival skills. Most of the summer camp was held on the Lowell J. Mortimer Maritime Camp at Arawak Key. At the camp's closure this past weekend, Minister of Transport and Housing JoBeth Colby Davis said she is grateful to Disney Cruise Line for sponsoring the summer camp as part of its Wishes Set Sail campaign, focusing on empowering local youth in celebration of the newest ship, the Disney Wish. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.